We're going to get started in child's pose. Feel free to take your knees together or mat width apart. You can also slide a block right beneath your heart, extending both arms straight forward. And just take a moment to drop into stillness here. And if you have a block beneath your chest, just removing that now. We're going to walk both hands all the way over to the right side of your body, just as far as you can, finding a satisfying stretch. Don't worry if your left sit bone lifts away from the heel. And then begin to walk your hands all the way over to the left side. As you walk your hands back to center, we're going to press up onto the hands and the knees, creating a nice solid foundation. And begin to flow through cat and cow. Now is the perfect time to begin to drop right into rhythm with the natural flow of your breath. So we're not trying to manipulate the breath right now. More reflecting the breath with your body. And if you're comfortable keeping your eyes closed, just further internalizing all of the sensations of your body. And start to come back to a neutral spine. We're going to extend the right leg back, curl the toes under, and press back through your right heel. Holding this stretch for a moment or two. Think of pressing past the heel of your foot, lengthening through the back of your right leg. Start to rock your weight forward. We're going to roll over the toes onto the top of the foot, and then start to rock back and forth, paying special attention to the articulation through your toes. So the feet are the foundation of all of our standing poses. Want to get them nice and warm. As you come back to center, we're going to cross the right leg behind you, curling the toes under, still pressing back through the heel, but now you're turning to gaze over that left shoulder, pressing into your right hip, really leaning into the right side of your body. And as you bring your right leg back to center, we're going to step the right foot forward between the hands. You might need to step your left foot a little further back, give yourself space to move, and then start to shift your hips back, flexing your right foot. As you flex the foot, really pull the toes back towards your face. So you're engaging the front side of the leg. Then moving at your own pace, start to rock back and forth a few times. Sort of flossing the hamstring, stretching out your hips and your lower back. And then we're going to step the right knee back to meet the left, stepping your left leg back, curling the toes under, pressing through the heel. As you are lengthening through the left leg, keep lifting your left kneecap. That way, as you're stretching out the muscles, tendons, ligaments, keeping the front side of the leg engaged so you're not overstretching anything. And start to rock the weight forward, rolling over the toes to the top of the foot. I'm gonna rock back and forth a few more times, being as articulate as you can as you transition through the toes. Ultimately, the more control you have in your feet, the better you'll be able to direct your standing postures. Coming back to center, we're gonna cross the left leg. Same thing, curling the toes under, pressing back through the heel, gazing over that right shoulder, but really lean into the left side of your body. And bringing the leg back to center. We're gonna step the left foot forward between the hands, step your right leg back as necessary. And as you shift the hips back, flexing the left foot, same thing, really pull the toes back towards your face, lifting up through the front side of that left leg. We're gonna rock back and forth a few times. So right now, really just paying attention to the state of your body, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well, sort of taking inventory. You're using all of this information that you're gathering about yourself to make informed decisions on your mat. Let's step that left knee back. Before we move into a full downward facing dog, we're gonna take a half dog, walk your knees back to give yourself some more room, and then walk your hands forward. Your chest is going to fall straight to the mat. You can either rest on the forehead or take the chin to the floor if you're craving a deeper stretch. And then as you press back up onto the hands and the knees, we're gonna make our way into downward dog. If you have sweaty hands like me, you can grab a towel. Curling your toes under. We're gonna lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Let's start to pedal through the feet, bending one knee and then the other. And remember that in downward dog, the focus isn't necessarily to work your heels to the floor. Your heels may never touch the mat, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just trying to lengthen out the backs of the legs. Still getting nice and warm. Let's take both heels towards the floor, even if they don't touch. Inhale, rising to the balls of both feet. Keep your hips held really high as you press the heels back down towards the floor. Let's do that twice more. Breathing into rise. Feel your sit bones stretching straight up to the ceiling as you ground down through the heels. One more time, rising to the balls of your feet. This time bending your knees, looking forward. You can step or hop to the top of your mat. Let's toe heel the feet at least hip width apart. You can always take them wider. We're gonna come to ragdoll arms, catching hold of opposite elbows. Let your knees soften and bend. So your chest is resting on the shelf of your thighs, almost placing your thoracic spine, your upper back, in a state of traction. And you can sway from side to side if that feels good, or just stand in stillness. Remember as you're following along that there's nothing you have to do. Every moment is up to you. It's your choice, your practice. Letting your hands fall to the floor. We're gonna toe heel the feet back together, bringing big toes to touch. Leave a tiny gap between your heels. Let's take hands to shins, inhaling to your flat back. Pulling up through the front side of the legs, and then exhale, hinge forward from the crease of your hips. If you have tight hamstrings, feel free to bend the knees. Taking hands to shins, inhaling to your flat back. And then exhale, empty out. Let's do that one more time, breathing in to your flat back. And then exhale, fold, soften your knees. Take your time, rolling all the way up to standing. Your head is the last thing to arrive. As it does, floating your arms up high, pressing your hips forward, and then exhale, fold. Arriving at the bottom of your breath. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, release. Again, soft knees. Taking your time, rolling up to standing. Scooping up your arms. And then dive forward. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Last time, rolling up to standing, really massaging through your spine, floating the arms up high, and then dive in. Lengthening out to your flat back. From here, we're going to step into a high plank position. Take a big step back. And then hold it here for a moment. Remember that plank is a full body pose. So you're not just using your arms, you're using your legs too. Press back through those heels and then press back into downward facing dog. So instead of pulling the shoulders away from the ears, I actually want you to let the shoulders slide towards the ears and then let go of the head. Inhale, just like you rolled up to standing, roll forward to high plank. Pause, and then roll it back, downward facing dog. We're gonna do that one more time. Move with your breath. Inhale, roll forward to high plank, pause here, and then exhale all the way back. Feel free to step your feet a little closer if that's more comfortable. You really wanna find a comfortable balance between your arms and your legs where you're hanging perfectly suspended. Downward dog is a sister pose to child's pose. So eventually, you want to be able to rest here. Rising to the balls of your feet, bending your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhaling to your flat back. And then exhale, fold. Let's root to rise, sweep to standing, and then draw the hands to the heart center. Taking your arms down. Take a deep breath in, full sweep with the arms. Exhale all the way forward over your legs. Let yourself fully arrive at the bottom of the breath, and then inhale to your flat back. We're gonna step into that high plank position again, but this time you have two choices. You can either lower knees, chest, chin, like so, or feel free to take it into chaturanga, passing through cobra or upward dog, pausing for breath, and then press back, downward facing dog. And we'll spend a few deep cycles of breath here, finding a neutral spine. And as you come back to your breath, you're just noticing the natural rhythm of your breathing. So that's going to set the pace for your practice. We're going to flow through Surya A a few more times just to get nice and warm. Breathing into rise, bending your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat, inhaling to your flat back, and then exhale, fold forward. Use your legs, root to rise, sliding the hands down the midline of your body. Let's take the arms down. Inhale, full sweep with your arms. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Breathing into your flat back. Stepping lightly into high plank. From there, your choice. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. We're gonna pass through cobra or upward dog, always pausing for breath. And then back to downward facing dog. Now your breath might be slower, it might be faster than mine. Feel free to go at a different speed. If you want to whiz through these first few sun salutations, it's totally fine. Or just take your time. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing into rise, bending your knees, step or hop. Inhale, looking forward. And then exhale, fold. Sweep to standing. Hands to the heart, landing. Inhale, scooping up your arms, and then dive in. Moving on at your own pace. Same thing. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. So ideally, we're practicing for sustainability, for longevity. That's why I want to continue to encourage you to move at your own speed, to do what you want to do, not what you think you have to do. Really personalizing your practice. Rising to the balls of your feet, step or hop, to the top of your mat, inhaling to your flat back, and then exhale, fold. One more time, rise to standing, growing 2 inches taller, hands to the heart center. Taking your arms down, and then we begin again. Inhale up, and then exhale, folding forward, lengthening out to your flat back, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. And remember that you can always skip the push-up and head right into downward dog instead. All roads lead home. And keep withdrawing the rib cage from the surface of your body, so you're not losing your connection to your core here. It's easy to do, especially if you have a little bit of hypermobility in your body. Rising to the balls of your feet, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Sweep to standing. Hands to the heart, landing. Bending your knees, let's take a seat, Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a quick peek at your knees, make sure you can still see all 10 toes, and then start to raise your gaze. We're gonna clasp the hands behind the back of the body, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then fold halfway, but leave your arms close to the back of the body. We're just resting on the shelf of the legs. Squeeze your knees here for a little bit of a sacral release. We're gonna keep the hands clasped and then fold all the way forward over your legs. Your knees don't have to be straight. You can leave the knees bent, but let go of the head. Nodding your head yes, shaking it no. Releasing your hands to the mat. Inhaling to your flat back. Chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Feel free to step or hop back. It's up to you. And then downward facing dog. From downward dog, let's take the right leg high to the sky. Opening the hip, bending the knee. Let your hips stack here, so your right hip is sitting on top of the left. Your knee is like an arrow pointing straight up to the ceiling. Then extend your right leg long. We're gonna step forward into our first warrior one. Taking your right foot between the hands, grounding down through your left heel, and then sweep yourself up to standing. I'm gonna pull my hair back into a ponytail. See if along the way, you can start to treat all of your yoga poses like a resting posture. Patanjali encouraged students to use less effort in their practice, to work smarter and not harder. I think that's all news that we can use these days. Let's take one more breath. I'm gonna draw the hands to the heart. Take your hands to the mat. Stepping back into high plank. From here, you have a few options. You can drop knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, or even just press back into downward facing dog. Let's take the left leg high. And then open up that hip, bending the knee. Let the leg really hang over the left side of your body. Extending your left leg long. Take a big step forward into warrior one, placing your feet very deliberately. And then rise to standing. So remember how we started with our feet? Right now I want you to focus on the feet. Start to lift your inner arches, lifting the inner ankles, and then really ground down through your heels. See if that changes things. Let's take one more breath. And then hands to the heart. I'm gonna land back on the mat. Chaturanga or downward dog. I'm gonna be doing a lot of chaturanga, so don't feel like you have to do every single one. Although if you keep practicing with me, you may come to be a chaturanga addict. Let's rise to the balls of the feet, bending your knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Fix your towel. Take a deep breath in, looking forward. Then exhale, fold. Pause here. Take a little active recovery. And then rise to standing. Hands to the heart. Let's bend the knees, sitting back, Utkatasana. We're gonna clasp the hands behind the back of the body again, dragging the shoulder blades down the back, and then fold halfway. Squeezing your knees, and then fold all the way. Letting the arms peel away from the back of your body. Let the hands fall to the floor. Inhale, looking forward. Chaturanga, step or jump. Pausing for breath in cobra or upward dog. And then press back. Stick the right leg high to the sky. Deep breath. Stepping forward into warrior one. Breathing into rise. Take a moment to face yourself here. And then take it back to the mat. Chaturanga or downward dog as you like. There's no pressure. And just rolling along. Take the left leg high. Gliding forward. Warrior one. Use the breath to inflate the body. And then take it back to the mat. We're gonna meet in downward facing dog, taking 3 or 4 deep cycles of breath. Sliding those shoulders up. One more time. Let's rise. Bending your knees, step or hop. Oops, to the top of your mat. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Sweep to standing. Once again, landing. Let's bend the knees. Take a seat. Utkatasana. Hands behind the back. And then fold halfway. Squeeze those knees. We're gonna keep the clasp of the hands, folding all the way. When you're ready, letting your hands fall to the floor. And then inhale, looking forward. Away we go. Chaturanga. Filling up. And then pressing back. Inhaling, right leg high. Exhale, stepping forward. Breathing into rise. And then take it back to the mat. I want you to play with flowing through the left side, going at your own speed. Maybe that's faster or slower. You decide. We're gonna meet in downward dog. And then from downward dog, let's drop into child's pose. We'll come back to where we began. And if you like, if you have a block, slide it beneath your chest for some extra support. We're going to press back up onto the hands and the knees and then thread the needle. I'm going to flip my towel. Threading right hand through left arm. Extend your left arm forward. So a lot of options here. Of course, you can stay right here. You can also wrap the left arm around the back of the body, casually reaching for the crease of your right hip. If you're looking for a much more dynamic stretch, you can also take your left leg straight out to the side. If you can reach, catch hold of your your left foot with your right hand. From there, start to walk your left hand overhead, rolling towards the back of your head until you can see the ceiling. Keep leaning back into your hips. So you're creating a little bit of traction in the spine. We're going to press back up onto the hands and the knees, taking the other side, threading left hand through right arm, sliding your right arm forward on the floor, or wrapping the arm around the back of the body, or taking your right leg out to the side, catching hold of the right foot with the left hand, and then start to walk your right hand overhead, rolling towards the back of your head. Sometimes it's helpful to imagine someone had a hold of your hips and pulling your hips back as you reach away. Let's press back up onto all fours. And then back to downward facing dog. Resetting your stance, recalibrating your breath. Maybe taking a little sigh of relief. And then rising to the balls of your feet. Step or hop to the top of your mat, inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. And then bend your knees. Take a seat, Utkatasana. As you draw the hands into the heart, we're going to sit really low in the legs, as low as you can go. I'm going to hook left elbow over right thigh. So I'm going to be twisting away from you. Make sure that your hips and your shoulders stay as square as possible. You're working the hands towards the center of your chest. Keep peeking at your knees. If you see your left knee pulling ahead of the right, it means that your hips are coming a little bit unsquared. We're going to turn the eyes to the mat and then come to the ball of your left foot. Make sure you're standing solidly in your right leg. Keep leaning forward as you step your left foot back. It's okay if you fall over the first time. You can always put your hands on the floor. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Fire up your back leg. Lifting your left kneecap, press back through the heel. I'm going to take one more breath. Unwind, framing your front foot with both hands. Take your right arm to the inside of the right leg. We're going someplace. We're going to walk the hands towards the center of the mat. Turn your right foot to parallel. And then continue to walk your hands to the left leg. Toe heel your left foot out a little bit wider. The toes are going to turn out on that left foot as you come into Skandasana. Bending your left knee. Right leg is fully extended. Just like we began, when you flexed your right foot, pulling the toes back towards your face, same energy here, really pulling up through the front side of the leg. If you can, if you like, let's draw the hands to the heart, grounding down through that left heel. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. And then taking the hands to the floor, you're gonna walk yourself all the way back around to the top of your mat, pivoting onto the ball of your left foot. Step your left foot forward to meet the right. We're gonna toe heel the feet out just about hip width apart. They can be a little wider. Hooking onto the big toes with the first two fingers of your hands for Padangustasana. Inhaling to your flat back, same thing. Fire up the front side of your legs, and then as you exhale, hinge forward from the crease of your hips. If you have tight hamstrings or a tight lower back, feel free to bend the knees here. If the knees are bent, you don't really need to worry about engaging the front side of the legs as much. But try to let go of the head. So we are going to catch hold of the left hip with the left hand and then bend your left knee. Transferring the weight into your left leg. Keep that left leg really soft and springy. We're gonna flex the right foot. Start to press forward through the right heel. Coming up to standing, use your left leg to press yourself up. Good. Let your shoulders settle back over the hips. Make sure that you're standing primarily in the ball of your left foot. Your left heel is fairly light here. Stay really lifted through that left side. In fact, let's take the left arm high, reaching up. Taking the left hand back to the hip. Keep your energy rising up as you bend the left knee. We're gonna return the way that we came. Coming back to ragdoll. Hands to opposite elbows. Let your knees soften and bend, swaying from side to side. And then releasing your hands to the mat. I'm gonna come back to the top of my mat, toe heeling your feet together. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees, take a seat. Utkatasana. We're gonna take the other side. As you draw the hands to the heart, get really low in your legs, hooking right elbow over left thigh. Sometimes it's helpful to just keep looking down, checking out your knees, make sure that your hips stay square. It's really easy to kind of twist out of alignment in Parivrita Utkatasana, which is revolving chair pose, where we are right now. Let's turn the eyes back to the mat. Come to the ball of your right foot. Same thing, make sure you're standing in your left leg. Keep your weight shifting forward, leaning forward as you step your right foot back. Firing up that right leg. So each time that you feel a wobble, flex your right thigh, lifting the kneecap, pressing back through the heel. Just gonna take one more breath. Returning the hands to the floor, framing your front foot. We're gonna take the left arm to the inside of the left leg, walking your hands towards the center of the mat, turning the left foot parallel, then toe heel your right foot out a little bit, bending your right knee, shifting your weight into your right leg as you extend through the left leg. So really lifting up through the shin, the kneecap, the quad. So that as you're stretching through the back of the leg, you're not overstretching. Flexing that left foot hard. And returning your hands to the mat. You're just gonna kind of crawl yourself all the way back around to the top of the mat, stepping right foot forward to meet the left. I'm gonna turn to face you again. Toe heeling your feet, hip width apart at least. So hook onto the big toes. Inhaling to your flat back, engage the front of your legs, and then exhale, hinge forward from the crease of your hips. While you're here, emphasizing the exhalation, the out breath. It's going to immediately bring your heart rate down, bringing you back to a more restful state. Especially in a challenging flow practice, you want to make sure that you're not staying in this kind of high rev energy the whole time. Just catch hold of right hip with right hand. We're going to bend the right knee, So you're really transferring the weight over into the right leg. Keep your right leg really springy, flexing your left foot. We're gonna press forward through the heel. Stay low for a long time. That's gonna help you maintain your balance. And use that right leg to press the floor away as you come to standing. Let your shoulders kind of fall back over the hips, but you're staying in the front of your right leg. So you're standing properly in the ball of your right foot. We're gonna take the right arm high. Try not to let the right side of your body bend. As you catch hold of the right hip, your energy is gonna keep going up even though we're going down. So you're bending your right knee. Let yourself almost fall forward as you return to ragdoll, hands to opposite elbows. Sometimes it's nice also to kind of cross the arms. Swaying from side to side. And then letting your hands fall to the floor. Inhaling to your flat back. Chaturanga or downward dog. As you arrive in downward facing dog, let's take the right leg high to the sky. Step forward into warrior one. Breathing into rise. And then open wide into warrior two. Taking a longer stance from warrior one into warrior two. Situating yourself evenly between both legs. Let's stretch up and back into reverse warrior. Coming to side angle pose, feel free to take forearm to thigh, or right hand to the floor, or a block. Even though it's traditional to reach over the ear, you can also reach straight up to the ceiling. Creating a version of side angle that feels not only sustainable to you, but deeply satisfying. Stay low in your legs. We're gonna press back up into warrior two, into reverse warrior. Winding up here because we're gonna spring forward, into half moon. I'm gonna move myself a little further back on my mat, just so I stay in frame. Making a T shape with your body here. So you're leaning over that standing leg. And start to bend the left knee. Catching hold of left foot with left hand for Chapasana. And just tucking the heel in towards the glute. Then extending the leg. We're gonna take a trust fall, landing back in warrior two. Let me step myself back to the center of the mat. Right into reverse warrior. And then windmill your hands to the mat, stepping back into chaturanga or downward dog. So like I said before, you absolutely don't have to take every single vinyasa. So take the left leg high, stepping forward into warrior one. Deep breath in, opening wide into warrior two. Really landing yourself between both legs. Noticing what's going on with your feet. Keep lifting those arches, the inner ankles, stretching up and back into reverse warrior. And then come to side angle pose. Floating your right arm over the ear or reaching straight up to the ceiling. Considering what would it take for you right now to turn side angle pose into a resting posture? What would need to change? And maybe nothing. Maybe you're already there. Stay low in your legs, floating up and back into reverse warrior. I'm gonna toss yourself forward into half moon. Don't worry if that transition is kind of chaotic. It's actually best when you sort of throw all caution to the wind. We're gonna bend the right knee, just casually reaching for right foot with right hand. Extending the leg, returning to half moon, and then trust falling back into warrior two. Right into reverse warrior, and then hands to the mat. Chaturanga, or downward facing dog. Sighing out the breath. Let's revisit child's pose. I like to keep coming back to where we began. The yoga practice is highly cyclical. So it's just a reminder as you come back to child's pose of where you started. Maybe you're scanning through the inner landscape of your body. Just serving that horizon line where body meets the mind. The practice of yoga is ultimately a mindfulness practice. So right now you're just mindfully observing yourself. Without trying to change or fix anything. And start to press back up onto the hands and the knees. We're going to head back into downward facing dog. And every time that you come back to downward dog, reorienting yourself. Rising to the balls of your feet. Bending your knees, looking forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Softening your knees. Let's roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time, leaving your arms behind. I'm going to turn to face you. And we're just going to roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Drawing the hands to your heart center, closing the eyes. It's like you're pulling the shades on your mind. Taking another opportunity here in Tadasana, mountain pose, to locate yourself, gravitating towards the center of yourself. And then here we're gonna stay, opening your eyes, clasping your hands. We're gonna hook the right knee into the chest. Coming back to Hasta Baddha, hand to big toe pose. I don't know why that's such a tongue twister. Padangustasana. There we go. Got it out eventually. You're like, lady, move on already. Let's catch hold of left hip with left hand, hooking onto the big toe with the first two fingers of your right hand. Let's extend that right leg forward. You've already been here. Let your shoulders relax back over the hips, but you're standing forward in the ball of your left foot. However, we're moving someplace else this time. We're gonna take the right leg out to the side and then left arm out to the side. So the arm should be balancing the weight of your right leg. They're reaching away in opposite directions. Start to pull that right foot in like you're coming to tree pose, except that we're gonna come to dancer's pose instead, catching hold of the right foot with the right hand. Take your left arm high. You're still standing in the ball of your left foot. Just gonna lift the right foot a little bit, coming to a baby dancer's pose just briefly because we're moving on from here. So we're gonna switch hands. We're gonna grab hold of that right foot with the left hand and then start to bend both knees because you're coming down into a goddess squat. Keep this right knee bent. Come on down, grab hold of the floor, keep coming, keep coming. That right leg is gonna start to straighten and extend. And then we'll step the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Let's take both arms up by the ears. Go up, so you're lifting yourself out of your waist, then start to fold forward, reaching past your right foot with both hands. We're going to externally rotate or internally rotate that left arm. Wrap the left arm around the left leg and then wrap your right arm all the way around the back of the body, hooking onto your fingertips. If you can't quite reach, you can always grab a towel, a strap, even a shirt between your hands to bridge the gap. Before we fold, inhale, lift your chest and twist away from the leg. Keep lifting up through your lower belly so you're supporting your lower back. We're gonna come back to center and then start to stretch forward over the right leg for Marichyasana. While your right foot is flexed, make sure that you are not locking out that right knee. If you have hyperextended legs, you want to leave the heel on the floor. From here, we're going to release the bind. Take your hands to the floor. You might need to scoot yourself back a little bit. So we're going to start to lift the sit bones away from the floor, bend the right knee, shift your weight forward into the right leg, and then take flight for airplane pose. Spread your wings wide, keep your chest high. Don't worry about how high the left leg is, just make sure that your heart is higher. From here, we're gonna hook the left knee into the chest, coming right to the other side. I'm gonna step myself back, catching hold of right hip with right hand, left fingers to left big toe. Stay really lifted through your right side as you extend the left leg forward. Hasta Padangusthasana. There we go, I got it on this side. This is A. As we open the left leg out to the side, we're coming to B. Reach away with your right arm. So remember that balance is all about opposition, energy moving in opposite directions. We're gonna tuck the left foot in like we're coming to tree pose, but then we're actually coming to dancer's pose instead. Taking your right arm high, press your left foot into the palm of your left hand. Start to lift that left leg, just a baby dancer's pose, not much right now. We're switching arms. So right hand comes to left leg. Take your left arm out to the side. Start to bend both knees for your goddess squat. When you need to, catch hold of the floor. Start to extend that left leg forward as you come to sit down. Not the most graceful transition. We're gonna take the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Take both arms high. Start to reach yourself forward. Wrap the arms around the back of the body. Catch hold of your fingertips, towel, shirt, strap, whatever you have. Inhale, lifting the chest, and then twist away from the leg. Keep lifting up through your lower belly. So remember, when you engage your core, it's not a sucking in, it's a pulling up. Let's turn back to center and then start to extend forward from your heart. How's your breath? Remember that you don't always have to be breathing at full capacity, but just make sure that the breath stays unencumbered. You're still breathing freely. All right, let's release the bind. Take your fingertips to the floor. You're gonna start to lift yourself up, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Left foot's on the floor, pushing off for airplane, taking flight. Just like half moon, you're creating a T shape with your body. You're standing right over your standing leg. Keep lifting your heart, hugging the right knee into the chest. You came full circle. All right, let's step the feet mat width apart, sitting down into a low squat. Grounding down through the heels of your feet, use your legs, press yourself up to star. Take a deep breath in. Exhale down for low squat. Let's do that twice more, breathing in. And then exhale lower, but feel your energy continuing to rise as you go. One more deep breath. Exhale down. All right, we're gonna reach both arms forward, actively reaching forward as you sit back into boat pose, Navasana. So instead of pulling the knees back to the heart, pull your heart forward to meet the knees. Palms up, shoulders soft for 3, for 2, for 1. We're gonna cross the shins, take the hands by the hips, lifting your sit bones, and then maybe lifting your heels, sitting back down into boat pose. For 5, 4, for 3, 2, high heart, for 1, crossing your shins, lifting the sit bones, and then maybe lifting the heels. Let's sit back into boat. For 5, last one. For 4, for 3, I'm gonna turn to face the same direction as you. For 1, hugging the knees into the chest, rolling onto your back. Give yourself a big squeeze. Placing your feet flat on the floor. We're gonna come to a restorative bridge pose today. So grab your block and then slide the block. You can take it at any height. You can use any surface of the block. We're gonna slide it right beneath the sacrum, which is that triangular bone right above your tail. So it's pretty low. You'll be able to find it by just gauging where is the most comfortable, supportive place for the block. Sometimes it actually feels better to take the block to the full height, because generally when you lift the hips into bridge, your hips are lifting higher than the block anyway. But of course, it's up to you. It's your preference. Let's just close the eyes. Coming back to the breath. Drawing your thumb and your forefinger together on either hand, or maybe both hands. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale all the way out. Let's take middle finger and thumb to touch. Breathing in. And then exhale out. Taking ring finger and thumb together. Breathing in. And exhale out. Notice how the breath is moving further down your body. Lastly, pinky finger and thumb together, breathing in. And out. And just letting yourself return to really gentle, natural breath. And start to lift the hips off the block. Sliding the block out from beneath your hips, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Let's draw the soles of the feet to touch, knees apart, Supta Baddha Konasana. If this is too deep of a hip opener for you right now, feel free to return the feet to the floor, walk your feet out, mat width apart, and then let your knees fall in towards each other for a constructive rest pose. Just as long as you're resting in a neutral position. So placing your feet flat on the mat, we're gonna come to an eagle leg twist. So you're gonna cross your right knee over the left like you were sitting in a chair crossing your knees. Let both legs fall over to your left-hand side. You might want to scoot your hips to the right a touch. And you can rest left hand on top of right thigh, let your right arm fall open. If you feel like your shoulders need a little bit of TLC after all of those chaturangas, you can take your right arm to a cactus arm. That's a naturally restorative position for your rotator cuffs. And start to switch the cross of the legs. Crossing left knee over right, scooting your hips to the left as your knees fall over to the right side. And maybe taking that cactus arm. Coming back to center. Let's come to happy baby. Scoot your hips back to the center of your mat. We're going to catch hold of outside. Catch hold of the outside edges of your feet. Taking your feet and knees nice and wide. Start to rock slowly from side to side. Most hip stretches are not just hip stretches. They also stretch out your lower back. Happy baby is definitely one of them. So make sure that you're pressing your tailbone down towards the floor here. So you're really lengthening through the lower back as you open the hips. Hugging both knees into your chest, we're gonna rock up and forward to a seated position. Let's come to Baddha Konasana, a seated Baddha Konasana, drawing the soles of your feet to touch. Taking your fingertips behind your knees, press your hips forward towards the heels so you're almost sitting in front of your sit bones. We're gonna take a deep breath in. As you exhale, imagine there was a string attached to your heart, pulling your chest forward as you fold. So you're bending from the crease of your hips, keeping your lower back lengthened. And very gently drawing the belly button back towards the spine. You can, however, let your head, neck, and shoulders soften and round. Feel free to walk the hands forward also if that feels better. Inhale, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders. Let's transition into half pigeon pose. So we're gonna build it from the ground up. Keep your right knee bent. We're gonna swing the left leg back around behind. Make sure that your left leg isn't crossing your center line. It's okay if it's even a little further outside of the hip. Your right knee should be in line with the top right corner of your mat. However, you can pull the right foot all the way in towards your body. Make sure that you're feeling the stretch in the hip and not the knee. If there's any gaps between your body and the floor, grab a prop. You can always slide a block or a bolster or even a pillow beneath your right sit bone. If you're not feeling much of a stretch, you can always inch the right foot forward until you do. Let's start to walk the hands forward on the floor. If you have any hypermobility, I like to use props to limit my range of motion by taking a block beneath my chest, and then usually I just kind of ball up a towel to place beneath my forehead. And start to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Let yourself roll over to that right hip. As you swing your left leg forward, we're going to swing the right leg back, switching sides. It's important to recognize that while we're striving for balance, your body is naturally asymmetrical. When you're moving from side to side, one side of your body may feel like a totally different body and thus need completely different variations. So same holds true with half pigeon. Just make sure that you are adjusting accordingly, not forcing balance. If you're really lucky, your yoga master cat will come over and give you a nice assist. Thank you, Constance. Let's start to slowly lift the head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to swing that right leg forward. Let's extend both legs straight forward, coming into Dandasana, seated staff pose. So rolling your thighs back, take your arms up high. Go up, lift yourself out of your lower back, and then start to hinge forward from the crease of your hips. If you would like an arm extender or a leg extender, grab your block, set it in front of your feet. Give yourself a little extra to reach for, and then soften forward. Inhale, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders. Reaching both arms straight forward. We're going to roll back one vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the last thing to touch the floor. When it does, floating your arms up and overhead, take a full body stretch, reaching hands and feet in opposite directions. And then begin to fall from here right into Shavasana, our final resting posture. And slowly beginning to deepen your breath. Gently moving your fingers and your toes. And maybe nodding your head from one side. to the other. And tug both knees into the chest. And curling onto one side. When you're ready, making your way back to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. And just place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And taking a moment to thank your body, not only for the gift of your practice, but for everything that your body does for you on a daily basis. And draw the hands together at the heart center. As you lift your hands up to your forehead, symbolically blinking open that third eye awareness, that part of you that sees clearly. And we'll bow forward together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today on your mat. I look forward to seeing you next time. Nice work.